Hey kids, it's July 29th, Wednesday. We are finally back home, and it feels so good. We are exhausted, but there is something about returning home after a long trip that immediately feels right. We had a lovely morning. The drive from the hotel to the airport went smoothly. The flight was easy. We had far too many bags, child seats, and all the usual things that come with traveling as a family. But somehow, everything worked. And then something happened when we finally arrived home that meant a lot to me. As I pulled the car up in front of the house, I looked at your mother and said, "I'm sorry for the things I said during our vacation, and I love you." She said the same to me. Then we hugged. We had actually spoken about doing this on the plane. We wanted you to see it, not because it was some kind of performance. We would have made peace anyway. But after our arguments during the vacation, it felt important that you also saw the repair. You saw some of the cracks. You deserved to see us repairing them too, and I'm glad we did. Then, not long afterward, something happened that changed the mood of my day completely. I sent a message to a friend. Nothing dramatic, just checking in, asking how he was doing. During our conversation, he told me that his wife has a terminal illness and that she may not have very long left. I was sitting in the car when I read it, and for a while, I didn't really know what to say. What do you say? There are situations where language feels almost useless. You cannot fix the problem. You cannot find some clever sentence that makes it better. You simply know that another person is facing something enormous. Normally, when I hear about something painful, I sometimes internalize it very quickly. I imagine it happening to me. That is part of why I struggle when I see one of you bleeding or losing a tooth or getting hurt. My mind immediately travels somewhere I don't necessarily want it to go. But this time, something different happened. I didn't even need to imagine myself in my friend's place. The sadness arrived on its own. Deeply. Perhaps that is something that happens more as you grow older. You begin accumulating people. Not literally, of course. You accumulate relationships, memories, shared years, people you laughed with, people you traveled with, people you worked beside, people who knew older versions of you that no longer exist. And then life begins happening to all of you. People become ill, relationships break, parents die, money becomes difficult, mental health becomes difficult, bodies become weaker. Things happen that none of you imagined while you were younger, sitting around a table laughing and believing life would continue almost exactly as it was. I have experienced loss myself. I lost my mother. I lost one of my brothers. Those are not small things. And as I look around now, I see people I care about dealing with their own difficulties. This friend is facing the possible loss of his wife. They have 2 children like us. I cannot begin to pretend that I fully understand what he is feeling. Another friend has told me about a serious illness of her own. Some people I care about have struggled psychologically, others financially, some with their marriages, some with their families, and the older we become, the longer that list will probably get. Not because life becomes only bad, it doesn't. There will still be beautiful days, new babies, weddings, friendships, travel, achievements, laughter, ordinary evenings that feel wonderful. But pain is part of the package. Life happens. And knowing that intellectually does not prevent it from hurting when it arrives. We have talked about negative visualization before. The Stoics sometimes reminded themselves that the things they loved were temporary, not because they wanted to become cold, and not because imagining loss somehow protects you from grief. It doesn't. You can remind yourself every day that someone will eventually die, and when that day comes, it may still break your heart. The value of remembering impermanence is somewhere else. It changes what you do before the loss. It reminds you to notice people while they are here. That is what today made me think about. Your mother and I have demanding jobs. The two of you keep us wonderfully busy. There is always something to do. Someone needs food. Someone needs a bath. Someone has work. Someone has an appointment. Someone is tired. Someone needs to sleep. Days disappear very quickly, and it becomes easy to tell ourselves, "I'll call next week. I'll visit when things calm down. We should arrange dinner sometime. We'll definitely meet after the summer." Sometimes that is completely reasonable. We cannot maintain every friendship at maximum intensity. We cannot spend equal time with everyone we have ever loved. Life has seasons. Your immediate family may need more of you during one period. Your work may temporarily demand more. Your own health may need attention. That is normal. But there is a difference between having limited time and taking people for granted. Today made me wonder whether I sometimes cross that line without noticing. I have friends who are about to have their first children, friends facing financial difficulties, friends having problems in their relationships, friends carrying things I probably know nothing about. And these are not random strangers. They are people who helped create my life. They were there during different chapters. We laughed together, made mistakes together, celebrated together, sometimes suffered together. They helped shape the person I became. That is something I want you to remember. The people you love gradually become part of who you are. Your identity is not built only inside your own head. Part of you is made of other people. Their jokes become your jokes. Their ideas change how you think. Their kindness affects the way you treat someone else years later. A conversation can alter your direction. A friendship can give you confidence. Someone may be there during the worst year of your life and quietly become part of the reason you survived it. Then 20 years pass. You may not speak every week anymore. Perhaps you live in different countries. Perhaps your lives became completely different. But something of that person remains in you. That is why relationships deserve care. Not possession, care. You cannot protect everyone from illness. You cannot solve every problem. You cannot prevent people from making choices you disagree with. Sometimes you cannot even be physically present. But you can make an effort. You can send the message, make the call, visit when you can. Listen without immediately trying to fix everything. Celebrate when things go well. Show up when they don't. And perhaps most importantly, don't wait for terrible news before letting someone know they matter to you. We often become very expressive when something goes wrong. Someone becomes sick and suddenly everyone tells them how loved they are. Someone dies and people write beautiful words about what that person meant to them. And those words are sincere. But sometimes I wonder, how many of those things could we have said earlier, while the person could still hear them? That is not meant as criticism. It is a reminder for myself too. Say the good thing now. Tell someone, "I'm glad we're friends. Thank you for what you did for me. I still remember that time. I'm proud of you. I miss you. I love you." Those sentences can feel unnecessarily emotional when everything is going well. Then one day, you may desperately wish you had said them more often. And there is another part of taking care of people that matters. Sometimes caring means doing something. Sometimes it means simply remaining near them while there is nothing useful to do. We like solutions, especially people like me. We want to solve the problem. What can I fix? Who can I call? What can I arrange? But some problems are not fixable. You cannot repair terminal illness with advice. You cannot talk someone out of grief. Sometimes the most respectful thing you can offer is presence. I'm here. I'm thinking about you. You don't need to reply. Tell me if you want to talk. Small sentences, but they say, you are not carrying this completely alone. I don't know exactly what my friend needs from me now. I need to respect that. Perhaps he wants to talk. Perhaps he doesn't. Perhaps he needs practical help. Perhaps he simply wants normal conversation sometimes, because everything else in his life has become painfully abnormal. Caring about someone also means not making their pain about yourself. You listen, pay attention, and try to give what they need rather than what makes you feel useful. I think this connects with something we have spoken about many times. Attention is love made visible. Time is love made visible. Effort is love made visible. You may genuinely love someone and still neglect the relationship. Love inside your mind matters, but the other person can only experience the part that reaches them. That does not mean constantly proving yourself. It simply means that relationships need some form of nourishment, a message, a conversation, shared time, reliability, interest, warmth, the occasional reminder, I haven't forgotten you. And kids, please also understand that you will sometimes fail at this. I certainly have. You will lose touch with people you once loved deeply. You will forget birthdays, take too long to answer messages, become absorbed in your own problems. You may learn that someone needed you during a period when you were completely unaware. Do not punish yourselves forever for being human. But when life reminds you, pay attention. Correct the direction. Call. Reconnect. Apologize if needed. Take another step. That is what I am trying to do now. And perhaps today is especially meaningful because of what happened earlier with your mother. We arrived home after a vacation containing both beautiful moments and difficult arguments. We could have simply unloaded the bags and moved on. Instead, for a moment we stopped. I apologized. She apologized. We reminded each other that the relationship mattered more than the things we had said while angry. Then only a short time later, I received a reminder that not everyone gets unlimited opportunities to repair, reconnect, or say what needs to be said. That hit me. We often behave as though every conversation can be postponed. Every apology can happen later. Every visit can be rescheduled. Most of the time that is true, until one day it isn't. That does not mean living anxiously. I do not want you constantly imagining everyone dying. That would make life miserable. I want the opposite. I want awareness of impermanence to make you more alive, more willing to appreciate people, more willing to forgive small things, more willing to say the kind word, more willing to put down your phone, more willing to spend the afternoon, more willing to show up. Remember our jar with the rocks and the sand? The people you love are among the rocks. Please treat them that way. And remember something else. Taking care of the people you love does not mean destroying yourselves for them. You still need boundaries. You need health, rest, your own life. You cannot pour endlessly from an empty cup. But just as you should take care of yourselves, take care of your people too. Because, in a very real sense, they are part of yourselves. They are part of your story, your memories, your character, your history. And one day, when some of those people are no longer here, parts of them will continue living through you. Perhaps through a phrase you use, a lesson they taught you, a recipe, a song, a stupid joke, a habit, a way of seeing the world. That is one of the strange and beautiful things about loving people. We carry one another. So please don't wait for life to scare you into remembering who matters. Call while there is nothing wrong. Visit while everybody is healthy. Say thank you before there is a reason to say goodbye. And when difficult times arrive, as they inevitably will, do what you reasonably can to stand beside the people who once stood beside you. You cannot save everyone. You cannot keep everyone forever, but you can love them properly while you have them. And today, that feels like one of the most important things I can tell you. And do not ever forget, I love you both very, very much.